Hello and welcome. Today we're gonna talk about how to break a bad news. It is easy to overlook simple facts, and these simple facts, in fact, you don't want to miss, you don't want to overlook first for the first sight. First, look at the positives before you break the bad news. There are many positives. Second, there is a single large positive thing that you want to know, that you have somebody to break the bad news to. So, third, start by saying, I have a bad news. Start by declaring that you have a bad news, so you can prepare the environment, prepare the expectation, and sit down before you deliver the lines of bad news. So sometimes you need to change the location of yourself. Sometimes you need to change the expectation. Sometimes you need to change many things in your presentation so you can deliver the bad news. But anyway, the most important things are to remember that you have positives, and the positives are often overlooked. For example, you want to deliver a line that is hey, you are for example, I remember a game like we played long time ago before COVID. The game was to break a bad news of cancer. So you want to tell a patient that he has a cancer, and always the direct way is not always the possible way, the best way. You have many ways to deliver the line. After you prepare your subject for the bad news, you deliver the line, and by saying the least amount of words, by being direct, and by being concise. So this is the way you deliver the bad news. And then after that, allow for grief, allow for the shock. Usually the stages of grief I described in previous video before, but the stage of it starts with the shock, the denial. It says, no, you're wrong, maybe you're incorrect, I'm not diagnosed with cancer, maybe there is another possibility. That's in the first stage of denial, and then the bargaining, and then the acceptance, which is the last stage of the grief. You can see the video which I described before. So after delivering your speech, after delivering your you will still have to deal with the impressions, with the shock, with the denial phase, and try to let your friend, your positive, your friends, your family member, to contain the stage and to contain the initial, to guide the initial stage into the final stage of acceptance. You can state the positive, and that's the positive way to see it. There is a positive light. There are many treatments for your condition. It's not the end. There are many possibilities. There are other centers. You can have another solutions for the issue, and by having another solutions, you start to ease the shock into the acceptance phase. So deliver the positives, deliver the solutions. Don't let only the negative side slip in. There are positive sides. Even if the shock was like death of a relative or friend, there are many positives in that. And the positives are in handling responsibility, in having another way of dealing with things, in gaining a new insight on older subjects. You can have many positives with losing somebody you love. And you can start with stating the obvious, that it can happen to anybody, anywhere. So there are many points that I wanted to discuss today, and these points are how to deliver the speech, or how to deliver the difficult way of saying things. So what we discussed here is many way of dealing with negative speech and positive speech, and how to deliver a line that is usually not easy to deliver, not easy to say. Start by first saying that you are going to deliver a bad speech or delivering a bad news. So you can prepare, sit down, make your subject comfortable, and then after a while of going through the stages, the difficult stages of acceptance, grief, you can have the solutions or the possibilities or the positive sides with you, so you can ease the transition into the acceptance phase. That's in a nutshell how to deliver bad news. And simply by preparing your subject and by having a perspective why you're delivering that, and remembering that you're doing a good thing for your subject and the society in general. So this is in a nutshell, how to deliver a bad news, or how to break a bad news, and many ways of doing this are also on the internet. You can check them out. And here I wanted to say that there are many ways to deliver a bad news, and there is a positive side and negative side of things, and use the both sides. Don't only deliver the negative side, no, deliver the positive side. It's like the yin-yang methodology of dark and white, where the white has a single black dot, and the black dot, the black circle, has a single white dot in it, and then the whole yin-yang, positive, negative, masculine, feminine way of circle of life is integrated, and because it's integrated, you need to understand them in a wholly fashion, in a singular fashion, in a way that you don't ignore one side on other side. So embrace your dark side, embrace your negative side. Don't hide from it, don't be shy, because each negative has a positive and each positive has a negative in it. And here is the thing that many people who are talking about positivity and believing in positivity, they miss it often. That motivation is unsustainable. That is being positive always is not the healthy way to deal with life, because the mood swing, and there is like times that you need to rest, times you need to take action, and action always precedes motivation, and by action precedes motivation. Here's the negative side. You can see the small lamp that's not shining now. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share if you like the video and contents. Check the video of stages of grief to understand the full spectrum of shock, denial, etc., until reaching the acceptance phase. And by this I conclude the breaking a bad news video, and thank you.